Hi learners, how are we today? All right, we have a really interesting topic today. I'm going to read it to you. We're going to explore what is the relationship between millimeters, centimeters, and meters. So we're really going to explore this ruler that has millimeters and centimeters on it, and then I want you to think about a meter stick. That's going to have a meter on it. So we're actually exploring the relationship on this ruler. So what I've done is I've blown up a ruler here so we could see it. All right. So my first question to you is, what do you notice about this ruler? What do you see? Well, I see centimeters, but I also see these smaller lines. What do you think those smaller segments, those smaller lines, what do you think they equal? Well, each one of those equals 1 millimeter. Those are our millimeters. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is what's the relationship between millimeters and centimeters? So what do you think is the relationship between millimeter and centimeter? So if I say this is my question, I have 1 centimeter and I wonder how many millimeters that equals. Well, here's my 1 centimeter. Each of these is 1 millimeter. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. So I know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So what I want to do next is, let's make a table. I have my centimeters here, and I have my millimeters here. So if I have 1 centimeter, we know that that equals 10 millimeters. What if I have 2 centimeters? What if I have 2 centimeters? How many millimeters would that equal? Okay, I could count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 millimeters is 2 centimeters. What about 3 centimeters? Is there a faster way than counting 1 millimeter at a time? Well, 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters, 2 centimeters is 20 millimeters, 3 centimeters is 30 millimeters, 4 centimeters, 40 millimeters. Okay, here's my question. Going from centimeters to millimeters, what am I doing each time? What operation am I using? So, when I want to do, I have some centimeters, I have to do something that equals millimeters. What am I doing each time? How do I get from 1 to 10, 2 to 20, 3 to 30, 4 to 40? I multiply by 10. I multiply by 10. So if I have some centimeters, I have to multiply by 10 to get me millimeters. Okay, let's practice. If I have 8 centimeters, how many millimeters do I have? Well, I know I have 8 centimeters times 10 gets me to 80 millimeters because I know 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So 8 centimeters times 10 gets me 80 millimeters. Now, What could I check with? You're right. I could bring this back and check with a ruler. And all I have to do is, if I want to, I could count all the millimeters until I get to 8 centimeters, and I'm going to get 80 millimeters. Okay. Now, coming over here, and this time what we want is, I have a meter. This whole thing now is 1 meter. So maybe there's something in your house or there's something on the internet that you can find that represents a meter stick. This is what I'm drawing, 1 meter. Now I know at this end of the meter, I have 0 centimeters. It's my beginning. How many centimeters do I have at the end of a meter stick? Well, there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So let's make another table. Let's call this my meters, and let's call this my centimeters. So if I have 1 meter, how many centimeters do I have? I have 100. If I have 2 centimeters, or 2 meters, how many centimeters do I have? So I'm going to complete this table. 3 meters, 300 centimeters. 4 meters, 400 centimeters. Do you notice a pattern? To get from meters to centimeters, what am I doing every time? You're right, I'm multiplying by 100. So, if I have some type of meters and I want to get to centimeter, what must I do? Multiply my meters by 100. So let's try. If I have 6 meters, how many centimeters would I have? Well, 6 meters times 100, because there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. 6 meters times 100 gets me 600 centimeters. You with me? Okay. If you're with me, here's your challenge question. I want you to try this one. I have 2 meters. I want to know how many millimeters that would equal. Mind-blowing. Okay, I want you to think about it and look at all our thinking. We know that 10 millimeters are in 1 centimeter, and we also know that there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. How do you do this? So pause the video and try it. Okay, so welcome back. I hope you gave it a good try. I'm going to show you how I did it, and then we're going to see if our answers are the same. I actually kind of used a number line. And I knew that if I had 1 millimeter, if I times that by 10, I get 1 centimeter. And I knew that if I times my 1 centimeter by 100, I would get 1 meter. So, millimeters to meters. Watch what I did. I times by 10, then times by 100. What's 10 groups of 100? What is 10 times 100? It's 1,000. So I know that there are 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. Well, how many are in 2 meters? That's right, I double it. 1,000 millimeters and another 1,000 millimeters gets me 2,000 millimeters. Nice job. Until next time.